Hey, hey guys, it's your boy Big G back with another review. So this afternoon I was sitting and I'm like, I gotta watch something. And I go back in time, sort of, and I go, hey, you know what? Let's watch Rambo, the first one, the First Blood. And I thought I'd do a little movie review on it. I know it's very old and probably people would not like to see this video because it's on an old movie that people have known and they've seen, and it doesn't matter if I analyze it in a sense, but I thought I'd just present my views on what I saw. In that case, well, what I saw was a movie about a war veteran who is trying to look for his friends, but turns out that they're all dead, and who is sort of pitted against this cop who is very egotistical and always gets his way in his town and doesn't like drifters, so he tries to push him, and John J. Rambo, character played by Sylvester Stallone, is pretty much suffering through the trauma that any war veteran or any soldier suffers through after going through war and seeing the things they've seen and suffer the things they suffered. So at any knife or any horrible situation or any fight, they see the flashbacks. They are reminded of what they've been through in the war, in the trenches and stuff like that. And pretty much the movie was very evident in that. I've seen this movie, of course, in the past, and this is probably my third or fourth viewing of it. But I hadn't seen it in a really long time, and I had not remembered why the goddamn police officer was so hell-bent on not having this guy just pass through his town. And I think that was one flaw, because it was just an egotistical cop who just didn't like drifters and just kept pushing him. And you see how John J. Rambo, he gets bullied during the arrest and in the police station and right before put into jail with the fingerprints and everything, and everyone pretty much bullies him. And you also see this other cop who pretty much gets killed at the starting of the movie, how he pushes even further, and he's after John J. Rambo escapes from the police station, goes into the wilderness, and then the chopper comes after him, and that second police officer is in the chopper with the gun. He's supposed to observe him and report back, but he starts shooting just because he hates him so much, just because he got his ass handed to him by Rambo, pretty much. And yeah, I think the best part was, for me, was when the colonel came in and said, you know what, you're sending in 200 men, you better have that many body bags. I was like, damn. Yeah, pretty much, of course, it's a solid movie. Everyone already knows. Whoever hasn't seen it, please watch it. It's an amazing movie. Yes, it's action-packed, but it has a sort of a decent storyline to it, towards pretty much soldiers and war veterans, and pretty much what trauma they go to, and pretty much how they feel once they're back, how they've lost all their friends, how they've seen their friends die in their own arms, and pretty much the mental stress that brings along with it. And the movie really unravels that very well, and I think that was very well portrayed, and I think that's why the movie was a success. A fun story, apparently Sylvester Stallone, once he filmed the movie and he saw the whole movie, apparently he hated it so much that he wanted to buy out the movie and just destroy it, but apparently he convinced the director, or the producer it was, to just cut out some parts and make it a bit better, and that's what they released, and it turned out to be even better. And so I guess, one thing that we didn't know about Sylvester Stallone is that he has an eye for pretty much great movies, and during the time, of course, back in the day, people didn't know, but he has an eye for good movies and how it should be done, and I guess he got it right spot on, and that, of course, created this whole trilogy, sort of collection of Rambo movies, and an awesome character that he played over and over again. Yeah, I just reverted back to the first one because his most recent one came out, Rambo Last Blood, The Last Blood, I think it was. And of course I want to see that, but I don't have it in good print or have sort of the time at the moment to go out to the movies, to the theaters to watch it. So I thought I'd watch this and probably maybe a few more movies tonight. But yeah, it's been a great movie. I think my only complaint was about the police officer. Maybe I would want him to have a bigger sort of reason to bug a guy so much. I mean, he was just asking to pass through, asking for a bite to eat, and he just got pushed and pushed, and his trauma, of course, made things worse, of course, and you know, had this whole war waged on, and it was also kind of sad to see all the soldiers that came in. Like once Rambo kills the first police officer, all the police officers chase him into the woods, and he wounds them one after the other, and then he tells the main police officer Will that the sheriff pretty much that you know I could that he could have killed everyone and he can kill him right now, but he's choosing not to, so just let it be and let it go. But he doesn't let it go. Of course, he calls in the military, he calls in the state police or someone, I think it was, and pretty much goes after him, and then the military are just made to look like idiots for some reason, that you know they're just hiding behind this thing, afraid of this guy who's a war hero, yes, but like, you guys are soldiers too, you shouldn't be afraid of this kind of thing. And then they just blast it with a grenade launcher and think he's dead. They don't inspect or anything. They start taking photos and until Will has to come along and say, hey, look for the body. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you taking photos for, and stuff like that. And so that was pretty I guess the downside, the two major downsides that I thought of the movie. But on the upside was, of course, the action. Sylvester Stallone pretty much played the trauma very well. The Colonel was amazing. He told John Rambo's backstory very well, and he supported him very well, and he made sure he doesn't die and gets out of that town safe, pretty much, or kill everyone and doesn't get hanged for that kind of stuff or whatever. But yeah, overall solid movie. I think a good time, a good sort of flashback, just relaxing movie, I guess. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Please do like and subscribe. And if you like me to do certain movie reviews, please let me know and comment below. And yeah, guys, see you next time, and hopefully with more movie reviews. I like to watch each and every movie, so I'll watch anime movies and action movies and romantic movies and adventure movies, and probably avoid horror movies because they just scare the shit out of me. But that's another thing. But I will try to watch each and every movie and do more and more reviews for you guys. Please support the channel, guys. See you next time. Your boy Big G out. Thank you.